All right, everyone, we should be live. Let's make sure that's actually the case over on Rumble, where almost 700 people are actually waiting for the live stream. I think that's a pretty good indicator. I see a couple of super chats as well. We will be talking about the Iowa caucuses and I can't even hear myself. Let's see. Give me a moment, everyone. And I do have, by the way, you can see the Iowa GOP presidential caucus results from AP. I've also got CNN in the background. I'm figuring like one or the other might be more reliable than the other. And so I'm doing the best I can. Just give me a few minutes here. Christ on a stick. Sticks doesn't get high. More buds for me. Exactly. I don't use that stuff. Sticks is tending to his icicles, says Furious Den. Yes, indeed. Evening stream, therefore a little bit lower energy. My apologies for that, but I do the best that I can. I promised that I would go live for the Iowa caucus results, and indeed, we'll be getting those results in about an hour or so. Now they'll start trickling in. Dat Pie over there, Monday Night Raw has my main attention tonight since Trump's winning, duh. However, Ozzy's Robots versus Bone Dog will be happening soon. Hashtag don't hinder gender. Inky. Sticks is back on the menu, boys. Predictions for tonight, Mr. Sticks. I've given my predictions. Trump will win. He'll be the winner of the Iowa caucus. It's mainly, there are two questions, basically. Number one, by what margin does Trump win? If he's over expectations, the race is effectively over as soon as it begins. I expect it to be a little bit less than that, but I do expect him to win. My hope and my expectation is that Ron DeSantis takes second, and that would take Nikki Haley down a peg. So, yeah. We'll be talking about all sorts of stuff. Right now, it's just in dance mode. Mainly, I'm just going to take your super chats until we start getting the results in. Again, that's out by a half an hour or just a sec. Let me fucking check here. Yeah, I hate phones. I hate phones, even though they're useful sometimes. Yeah, about a half an hour, a little bit over that. I should probably have that off to the side. We have the AP map over here. Let me put that back up. Iowa GOP presidential caucus results. We don't have them yet. Grant M. Thoughts on Vivek response to Trump. He was very in character now, wasn't he? Just as predicted. Cam2425IA on Rumble. Won't be able to clank. I have caucusing to do. If you are in Iowa, by the way, get into fucking line and caucus for Donald Trump. Mulgara85. I think I'm going to send you another book. Even if I know I'll never turn you into an ANCAP, I'll at least send some ANCAP literature your way. I'm more than willing to read anything that's sent to me. Yeah. Killshot RC. Beetlejuice. Hashtag never Nikki. You just summoned that crazy bitch from Chicago accidentally. I can't. Lori Lightfoot, I think it was. Lord help us all. Cavalry Piper. I like rocks. I do too. Especially crystalline ones. F YouTube 10.2. Shout out my Brooby Michael. He's annoying as fuck. Lol. Okay. Well, we're shouting out Michael the Brooby. I'm going to have a good time tonight because I can be a little bit less formal in such a situation. I don't have to take it so seriously because it's, an unofficial stream. Didn't do my normal daily stream. Yeah, Lori Lightfoot, Reform Sauron, is having a problem with that. Think about her bug eyes when you're eating your food. Bayon 201, good evening from Gay Stowe, Vermont. Trump 2024 for the win. Gays for Trump. Russ Hanneman, that's about all. Peace out. Key Lime Warrior, greetings from the volunteer state where we are currently experiencing about 6 inches of snow. Thanks for streaming. Yes, indeed. We have inclement weather in Iowa. The standard logic is that this hurts Trump somehow. I'm not sure exactly how, because turnout will be lowered. Well, maybe so, but his fans are the ones that have the gusto, so I don't know about that. Opinionated junkie. AMD or Intel for CPU for build? I used to mainly prefer Intel, but AMD actually has grown on me ever since I got the Victus laptop. I don't know. You can get whichever you want. It doesn't really matter. Unreal 513 evening stream tenor. Keep it up. DJ Olympus Mons. I think you're wrong about Vivek. We need a person that will shake stuff up like Trump and is smart and learns fast. You're entitled to your opinion. However, I believe that you are wrong. Stephen Drench, hope y'all are doing well with the cold out that way. Been a frigid -5 most of the day here in Michigan. Great for veggie soup and napping, lol. Thanks to JD Spare for sending me a bunch of Japanese food, actually. The other day I made that soup with the dried veggie greens, and God, it was amazing. Critic. Trump will win Iowa by 20 plus points. MAGA, time for the DeSantis shills to fall in line, to be honest. Cheers from Michigan, friend. I would say if you're voting for DeSantis, go ahead and vote. If you're voting for Haley, don't bother. Stay home, it's cold. Austin James, Stick, support Vivek VP if he tries Anton's Biltong. If he tries Anton's Biltong and likes it, I will give him a pass. But, I mean, I'm biased because I work directly with Anton. He feeds me free meat, and, yeah, I give him shout-outs. Meh, have you seen the movie Postal that's based off the video game series? It seems like it would be right up your alley. It's also free on YouTube. I think that I have, actually. Epstein Rope Corporation. Thoughts on vote for me to save Trump cringe? Yeah, Vivek really, even among people that support him or generally support him, he really took a nail on that one. Brian Nolan, if elected president, what would you do day one? Not much, because I wouldn't be able to. The presidency is unfortunately defanged at this point. I wouldn't be able to do much of anything. Guess I would, here's what I would really do. I would go to Morocco, and I would reaffirm the Treaty of Friendship with that country, because it was the first treaty that the United States ever signed, actually. Something that's been neglected by every other president. The Great Awakening. General Flynn for VP or SOS. Secretary of State? Absolutely. Fucking General Flynn. Michael Flynn, absolutely. I would support that in a heartbeat. Endless Vertigo. Who's your guess on the VP pick? I don't have a guess. I think there's a short list, and that's Tulsi Gabbard, Kristi Noem, Carrie Lake, Tucker Carlson, which I think would be probably the best of them. Possibly Rand Paul, actually, at this point. There's some shenanigans going on with him. If he chooses Rand Paul as his running mate, by the way, it's all over. I would go all in. I would make like 10 videos a day in support of the Trump ticket for that. Jacob Hill. As an Aussie, whenever there's a U.S. election, I simply laugh and pray everyone has a fun time. Thanks for the spiritual help, by the way. You're very, very welcome. And yeah, you're Australian, so you're crazy. You know, you go outside and things try to eat you and stuff like that. I respect the Australians greatly. Oh boy, I would love to see Australia. You got some good food, by the way. Dark World XL. What would it take to change your mind about Vivek? Him dropping out and endorsing Donald Trump. Crossover Maniac. Iowa has an open caucus, which means never Trump Dems are registering as Republicans to vote for Haley. I know this. A functional GOP wouldn't let this happen. Yeah, but it takes time to change the rules. And they've kept it open, and that's perfectly fine. In the end, it's not going to make a difference. Derpio Type. Doing the webpage on screen thing finally. Aquafan. Could you give a breakdown of primary versus caucus? How do caucuses work? How do they differ from primaries? Why do they exist in addition to primaries? Well, like in a primary like we have in Vermont, I grab a ballot, I choose the party that I'm filling it out for, I fill it out, I put it in the machine. In a caucus, you have more of a preamblic discussion, and then you simply write down the name of the candidate you want on a piece of paper. It's a little bit more involved than a primary. There's not much other difference, though. Felix Fanboy Rico. I forgot this was happening. Plus, I'm that bitch. Bathtub Base. How do you think America would run with a French-style republic with both a president and a prime minister? Well, that'll never happen, but I think it would run even worse. That would be quite something. Salty Ironworker, I've been watching you 4 years, and may I say, you seem so refreshed lately. Not that you were miserable, but there's definitely a change. Yeah. Glad to see all is going well. Oh, a nice fucking call on Crispy and Vivek being plants. Yes, I take the win on that because Donald Trump himself effectively corroborated my opinion months after the fact. I think he was holding those shots in his locker. Yes, Chris Christie, in my opinion, secretly was working for Donald Trump. Vivek Ramaswamy, meanwhile, is secretly working for the Uniparty. I don't care if people don't believe it. I don't care if they have a disagreement. That's perfectly fine. Joe Biden, hashtag Trump for prison. Vote for me. Biden 2024. I'm going to take you out behind the woodshed and do push-ups, boy. Ozzy's Robots. Vivek is a disingenuous scam. Made his money like Martin Shkreli, acquiring orphan drugs, and was financed by the wokest financial firms like BlackRock. Hell, Martin Shkreli is, or whatever the fuck his last name is, honest by comparison, in my personal opinion. Oh, by the way, just a second here. I'm going to send this to Claudio. He works with Rumble. And, Jesus. Here's the link. Yeah, Claudio, I'm talking to him about other unrelated business ventures. And so he might feature the live stream on Rumble, which would be helpful, although there's over 2,500 people watching. Overall, there's almost 6,000 people watching already. Ketanji Brown Jackson is qualified. Biden 2024. Hashtag Build Back Better. Yeah. Exactly what we want. Build back bullshit. Let's see. Scott Steiner, the world's greatest ring announcer on Rumble. Love how the Donald casually mentions that he's good friends with Glenn Jacobs, a.k.a. Kane and Undertaker. Brandon can't state for a fact that he's friends with WWE Hall of Famers. Let's go, Brandon. I don't keep up with that sort of thing, but yeah, Trump seems to be in with the wrestling crowd. King of Biltong. Good evening from Anton's in Roanoke, Texas. Free shipping for your biltong using code STICKS on www.landofbiltong.com and www.antonsusa.com. Thanks to Robert and wife and Mark and wife for visiting. Hashtag Clank Nation. Yes, you can get your meat there as well as some Sticks merchandise. And you should get some because just trust me, the bison, I will vouch for it personally along with literally everything else there. Still some meat in the freezer. The carbonasi, haven't opened it yet. Too busy eating the ghost pepper biltong. Brain Biscuit, friendly reminder that as governor, Nikki Haley oversaw a massive data breach that it resulted in the leak of potentially all South Carolina taxpayer social security numbers and did barely anything about it. Yes, she's had some problems. Russ Hanneman, peace back in. Blah, blah. Is there anyone in the truth movement that you think are effectively COINTELPRO? With all the micro splits within the right, it has me wondering. Clank. Yes, but I won't name names because if I'm not 100% sure, I don't want to throw anyone under the bus. Lord of the Ree. I couldn't comment on any YouTube videos for 24 hours because Fox News reported my comments that said war whore Haley. YouTube is a bunch of commie, I can't use that term on a YouTube live stream, commie homosexuals and possibly furries. The furry part I can actually elucidate. Mulgera85. If I were president, I'd pull a Coolidge and do absolutely dick. He's my favorite president for that reason. He was also a Vermonter. The only native-born Vermonter, born and raised as president. I know Taft was born in Vermont, but he lived elsewhere for an extended period. He was a little bit of a disappointment. Although as far as trust busting, actually, he was better than Theodore Roosevelt, and a lot of people don't know that. Music and fiction. I predict Ben Carson for VP. You could do worse, by the way. Flynn's going to CIA. Clean out incoming guaranteed. Fun cabinet idea. Kristi Noem is Secretary of Agriculture. I don't think that she would choose such a position. Mulgara 85. Rand Paul is the best senator easily. Thomas Massey is the best representative. These are universal truths. I agree with you. Lord of the Ree, Michael Malice for press secretary. Yeah. Swam Donkey. GOP should be renamed to GOC. Grand Old Caucus. Also, if you had to smash, who would you out of the three? Hillary, Haley, or Warren? No blackout option. You got me flummoxed. Honestly, I'd rather cut my cock off, but I'd say Haley out of those three, I suppose. The HUD sucker proxy. I've never made love to a quadruped, but I'd be willing to work with Anton to upgrade his biltong to Zuckerberg quality. You have no idea how much I love these fucking super chats, by the way. This is literally my lifeblood, what I'm doing right now. The Nerdwire. Did you see the new retarded parliamentarian in Denmark? She actually retarded. I'd rather have her than Biden. Yeah, I mean, Biden is pretty bad. Runethal. First super chat I've participated in, but what do you think about Gabbard as a VP pick? Her opinions on guns in the past are worrying despite her claims to have seen the light. Tulsi Gabbard would be acceptable. She has redeemed herself, in my opinion, mostly. I don't think that everything that she says is principled, but she'd be all right. I would accept that. Quez256, greetings from Michigan. First time able to catch you live. May I ask your thoughts on agnosticism? Clank, I'm an apatheist. I believe in spiritual things, not organized religion, and I don't care about the deity argument at this point. Agnosticism is perfectly fine. You know, so's atheism, so's theism. People should vote their conscience when it comes to when it comes to their religious life. If you really believe, hey, I'm going to go to hell for the rest of eternity unless I do X, Y, and Z, then you should do X, Y, and Z. Absolutely. Just follow your rules. Hey, Steve. Hey, Sticks, please recommend your favorite text on linguistic anthropology. Literally any textbook on the subject. Perfectly fine. Preferably one before the 2000s, before the wokeness period. Blah, blah. I understand not wanting to name names. It's fine by me, and I won't name anything directly, but Rip Dan Wallace had no suspicions of the person until very recently, and upon digging, I'm convinced. Yeah, there are some content creators who are disingenuous and on the dole. I know this. I know it literally. But I'm not willing to name them because I don't do that sort of shit. Good on you for not doing the same. The Nerdwire. What kind of crack do you normally smoke, Mr. Biden? He definitely can't afford sleazy pea martinis, crack. The Flaxen Saxon take. As a New Hampshire native, the only thing that scares me more than 10.2 inches of snow is an inch of ice. I call it the wrath of the 1-incher. It'll shut down the state. Ladies, take note. Yeah, I know. It's about the motion of the ocean, not the size of the wave. You know what I'm saying? Gorgeous Mayhem. What are your thoughts about the Democrats publicly announcing they're trying to turn the military against Trump? I did see that. It will be reported on tomorrow. They know Trump is inevitable. Yeah, they're trying to frame it as they're trying to fortify the military in case Donald Trump becomes a dictator and some shit like that. I'll have to talk about it tomorrow. By the way, Anton is still in chat over there. By the way, you don't go to antonsusa.com or landofbiltong.com and get your fucking Wagyu or something like that. You're missing out. I swear that you're missing out. I'm not even being paid to say this. It's fucking delicious. I wonder how many pounds of that meat I've eaten actually at this point. I just want more of the bison. The bison is the best, but I'm biased because buffalo is great. Killshot RC. I was referring to Nikki's Beetlejuice outfit last night. Where's the leather jacket tonight? Love you, dude. And my mom are both watching tonight. Hashtag your mom is based. Yeah, I decided to wear the suit. I decided to change it up. I was basically, it was like, do I want to go gothy mode? So I do like, you know, the gothy jacket. Shirtless leather. I thought about wearing the doctor's jacket actually that I've got, or then I could do like the suit or something like that. I decided to go with this because it's a little bit on the cold side. And yeah, it was more comfy. Comfy suit. Cindy Drelic, still laughing at your winter video and the snow and bare feet. Welcome home. That did not make you look crazy, and you do look so much happier lately. Healthier, which makes us clunkers happy. Yeah, no, that's a pure Vermont experience, shaking off snow on top of yourself. By the way, we should be getting results in about half an hour, a little bit less. Ace Quintero, Sticks, I've been following you since your first Trump video. Your videos make me laugh. Team Trump since he declared on The Simpsons. Thank you, Sticks. Thank you as well, my fellow clanker. Fetterman's Ghost, love you, Kelly. Alan Smithy, buy Stix's books. It is going to help Trump win Iowa. I don't think that he's going to have any problem in Iowa. Again, my prediction, Trump comes in first, probably by a double-digit margin, somewhere in the mid to upper 40s. He could outride his expectations, actually. It's entirely possible. I'm just assuming that he loses a few points against DeSantis. He probably, therefore, is just above Nikki Haley, takes second. She takes third, closely. And then Ramaswamy also gets a boost in the end, and he takes fourth. But this is just my opinion. I don't know that this is going to happen. I'm hoping that it happens because it's the best possible scenario, by the way. Mike JK. The people who constantly berate you for supporting Trump are the exact same thing as the meme of the stick figures shitting all over themselves. Clank. Oh, I don't think there's anything wrong with them particularly. You know, everyone has their own opinions. I have no problem with anyone who supports, you know, Ramaswamy or anyone else. I have a problem with people who support Nikki Haley, maybe. I can't help it. There's an affliction. Let's see. I think I may have gone past a couple of super. Just a sec. Let me. There's so many of them I can barely keep up. Ace Quintero, Trump 2024. Just wanted to say I appreciate your content. Thank you very much, and I appreciate your donation. Much, much more to come. Grim Metals, election and caucus nights are my Super Bowl. Why the hell did I miss so many super chats? Ooh. Oh, fuck. I'm doing my best here. I'm going to go to the starred only tab here because there's so many of them. Soul Native, please unbutton one more button on your shirt. Great work, Sticks. Love the work ethic. Good vibes to you and your family. Okay. Granted to you. Yeah. Why not? Yeah. YouTube's not going to ban me. I don't know what more you want to see, but, you know, you see too much. You know, need a microscope in order to see it, you know. Not a banned account. Why are there so many Americans laid off in 2024? Bidenomics, of course. Astroclass 98. Do you really think there is still a political solution? If so, why? I would say that Trump is up now by 7 or 8 points in most of the swing states. He's up by several points in the general. He never had that advantage in 2016. Joe Biden's a vegetable. So, yeah, I believe there is a political solution. He will be obstructed, absolutely, including by his own party. We'll work through it. We're going to have a coherent plan, and it's going to take us, the little people, the people that aren't in Congress, to try to support him in any way we can. And I will definitely be doing that. In fact, why the fuck don't I have this hat on? Button comes off, hat goes on. You know, it just works. Let's see. Dale Newson. Don't always agree with you, but I do respect you, sir. Cheers to your health, and cheers to yours as well. Endless Vertigo. What's the meaning of your channel logo? Trump Sowell 24? Too bad Sowell is so old. That won't happen. My channel logo is a symbol that I concocted years ago, and it represents liberation more than anything else. Cole Ross, Taft was born in Ohio. My apologies, I believed that he was born in Vermont for some reason. Now, Coolidge was born and lived in Vermont. Taft, I think, at least lived in Vermont for an extended period. Bathtub Base. Sticks, what's your opinion on Indian mystics? Indian mysticism is great. I've edited a couple of works on the subject, including the fakirs and so forth, and some of their illusionists. And it's fascinating. Like, they have this one trick where they take a mango seedling, and with mangoes, apparently you can mangle the mango and like shove its leaf inside like a bolus of dirt or something. And then, you know, with a little bit of water, you can cause it to spring up again. And God, it's fascinating. I'll have to dig that out. By the way, link in the description, as well as pinned to the top on YouTube cross-platform for my books blog. Yeah, I can't remember what I put that under. Actually, let me check. I've got 10,000 live chats here that I've got to get through as well before we even get through the results. So I'm trying my best. This is definitely a larger audience than for the normal live streams. Can't remember where I put it. It's probably under mysticism. So go check that out on the books blog. D. Schneid. My wife and I agreed a while ago, if Trump picked Vivek for VP, then Trump is also uniparty. Trump's statement is such a relief, quite frankly. I agree with you. I'm a retard, sent $10. No comment. Oh, he sent we. Thank you. Aquafan, caucuses seem better than because people must think before voting, yes? If all elections were like this, wouldn't Trump win a general in a landslide? Yeah, I believe he would. Ozzy's Robots, you should address the Corporate Transparency Act. It's worse than the Patriot Act. You have to disclose your controlling holdings to the feds or pay a $10,000 fine per entity passed by the Uniparty. That's distressing. DM me on Twitter if you can for that for tomorrow, Ozzy or somebody else. Grim Metals, election caucus nights are my Super Bowl. I think I already read that out. Ace Quintero, oh, I already read that too. Logan Porter, what are your tips for being less black-pilled? Drop one vice and or build one skill. That's literally all you need to do. You will notice an improvement in your life. Doc Holliday, I prefer presidents that don't shit their pants and make their daughter shower with them. Yeah, so yeah, I guess you're not a Biden voter, you know? Austin James, Tulsi is the Republican Kamala. No, I do believe she has had a genuine change of heart. I'm a pretty good judge of character and of linguistics. I genuinely think that she has had enough of the leftoidism. BW, messy primary fail. Even MSNBC believes Trump wins. Well, I mean, the writing's on the wall. Hi, Sticks. When is the great pineapple pizza debate versus Razor Fist going to happen? Indefinitely in the future. Hello, my fellows in words. Thanks for tuning in, guys. The stream is over and I'm not reading a super chat. That's about all. Peace out. By the way, I disclaim that. CDB. Sometimes I get the sense that our female political overlords have some strong femdom energy. What do you think is pegging their interns? I don't know, but yeah, there's some weirdness there. Corey USMC 101. Semper Fi. I hate Vivek, but he does seem too polished. I can understand why people think it's a scam to vote for him over Trump. Well, that is. I mean, why go with the store brand version when you can have the original version? Dillybot. Be careful when you go on Tim Pool's show. Him and his team are fully on board with Ramaswamy. I like Tim. I don't think we'll have any problems, honestly. Joel Castillo, greetings from California. May you experience many more years of health and prosperity. Thank you, and may you do as well. Mike, Tarl, what a gorgeous sight to see you playing around in the snow barefooted. Peace and love to you and your descendants from a proud French-American in Quebec. By the way, Haley is a total rhino idiot, disgraceful. Yeah, I think we're in agreement about that. Mystery Guest 01, by the way, sending $300. Thank you very, very much. That definitely makes my day. Sticks, you're the best in the business. You're wrong about Vivek. He is not a plant in any way. He is the inheritor of MAGA. Again, I would disagree with you, though. While I have no problem with what Vivek says, and I don't, I think that he says it a little bit too much, and I think that's rather telling. In my opinion, Chris Christie was a plant for Donald Trump, and Vivek Ramaswamy originally intended to draw votes from him. Now, this was unsuccessful. His beliefs about free speech and so forth may be very genuine, but I think that it could be part egotistical. In Christie's case, it probably was as well. The fact that he's helping Trump doesn't necessitate that he was doing it in an organized capacity. Joe Schmo, hi Sticks, have you been to Dorset Quarry before? It sounds familiar, but I can't recall. Grim Metals, election and caucus nights are my Super Bowl. I think you posted that before, actually. Cat Williams, I got the internet on fire. 4 cats in a Virginia mountain shack. Interesting username. Love the suit and especially the tie. Kind of hairy. Yeah, no, I was commanded to take another button down, so, you know. Alan Smithy, if he doesn't read your books, it's going to be Jeb from out of nowhere with a steel chair. I can't keep up with the super chats, by the way, and eventually we're going to start getting results in here, probably in, I'd say about 10 minutes or thereabouts. It'll start trickling in. If I don't get to all of your super chats, I do apologize. Don't worry, they'll be on the live stream anyway afterwards. There are almost 9,000 people watching me live. I'm under a little bit of pressure at the moment. BW, you agree this is a bellwether for if the polls are accurate? No, Iowa polling is all over the place. I would be very surprised if it were accurate. I'd be surprised if there weren't a 10-point swing in the end of the polling. So fuck Iowa. As far as polling is concerned, fuck Iowa. We're just live streaming. Joe Mallett, I have lived my entire life in southern Texas, LA, Arizona, and NV. I've never even experienced negative temps. Pretty sure Vermont would kill me. I'm here eagerly awaiting 100+ degrees. I remember Texas in the summer with 110 in the sun. I loved it. Ozzy's Robots, mystery guest, aka Vivek. Hi, Vivek. Winged Wolf X, has anyone coined Ramaslimy? I don't know yet. Freddy Sodium, can I get a 3E? Oh, and don't get Disease X vaxxed. Dr. Strange, I live in Ecuador. Video you featured is from 2022. Yes, I was told about that. My apologies. With the Batman and Joker video from Ecuador, unfortunately, that's not related to the current crisis going on there. And my condolences that you have to deal with bullshit in Ecuador at this time. Rust O. Hey, Sticks, more occult and occult literature? When? I actually talked to my illustrator earlier. I've got 8 editions already ready to go, and she'll illustrate them at her leisure. Basically, I said, you know, I've already fulfilled my contract for my particular demonic friend. Take it easy, you know, we'll slow walk it. Lou Sassel, what do you think the chances are Vivek is honest and altruistic? 0%, by the way. I feel like I have inadvertently drank the Vivek Kool-Aid. Still voting Trump, just somewhat sold on Vivek 2028 clank. He will not be running in 2028. You'll see. Oh, caffeine. It goes good. Not a banned account. One more button. Mind if I dress my SO as you? I don't know what SO means, but if you're into some weird sexual shit and you want to dress as me, that's perfectly fine. Inky. Sticks OnlyFans incoming? Ha ha ha. Yeah, I'll just take off the rest of the buttons because you know, there's not enough of them anyway. I'm at leisure to do this now. That's what I'm talking about. Wearing an off-the-rack suit with nothing underneath it. Yeah, it works. Nesp, you ever think of joining X Spaces, where people talk different subjects live? Alex Jones was hosting one the other day. Good info from that one. Yeah, I have. Unfortunately, I don't think I can actually get through all these fucking super chats. You're giving me too much money at the moment. It's a problem that most people wouldn't complain about. Mike L2535. Want to give a shout out to my boy Nicholas Gers. I love you, Nick Gers. I know the reference, but I'm going to shout you out anyway because you paid me. Delroy Lindo's Wretched Dag Nabbits. Here's half now. You'll get the other half after you have choke slammed Ian through the Timcast table. I don't have a problem with Ian or anyone on Timcast. Can't wait to go aboard. It's going to be fucking great. Ganja leaks. DeSantis to sign SB 1698 making hemp a felony. Yeah, I saw that one. It was in the docket a while ago. I'll have to revive that. Mr. Repurpose, I got here late. Is that your father's coat? No, this is mine. Robert Gonzalez, help! I ate buffalo chicken dip and now I have burning diarrhea. What do I do? You're going to have to finger your asshole with some aloe vera or something like that. The Grizzly. What are the odds, 1 to 10, that they try to do a brokered convention against Trump as a last-ditch attempt to foil MAGA? It's very low, but the fact that we're even discussing it is problematic, and it's demonstrably, it's a possibility, yeah, unfortunately. Ganja leaks. DeSantis is protecting True Leaves canna monopoly. Not a banned account. What happens if Biden fortifies enough to win 2024? I think that would be a difficulty. The last campaign. I'm doing this super chat while I'm driving 80 miles per hour down the highway. Anyways, do you think Texans have the right to vote on succession? Absolutely, they have the right to vote on it. As far as whether it would be ratified or not, that would be a different issue. Please do not super chat or chat at all if you're driving. Just to be clear, I don't want my clankers to go off the road and smash into a tree and fucking die. Benihana, checked in and seated at my Caucus location. Trump, yes, if you are in Iowa, you've got a few minutes left, I think, to get in line and vote Trump. I expect Trump to win. Arthur on the Rocks, Happy New Year. Thank you. Send your faces. Pipkin Pippa is releasing a plush. What's your excuse? While I believe in capitalism, I don't believe in wanton materialism. I'd rather sell seeds or something like that. Yeah, I use seeds from my garden. Fucking buy them. Cat Williams, has anyone said you look like Jesus? Often. I prefer to look like Judas myself. Grant M, need MAGA 24, hashtag never Nikki, but silver lining if she beats the shoes tonight, maybe Ruben will stop simping over his boy toy. Besides Rand 2028 MAGA choice, I'd love to see Rand Paul run. I'm actually hoping that Ron DeSantis beats Nikki Haley. And the reason why is because it would blunt her in New Hampshire. She is the only candidate other than Donald Trump that is competitive in any state, and that's specifically New Hampshire. If Ron DeSantis, therefore, blunts her, she's done. The race is basically over after New Hampshire. And then you go into South Carolina. She gets humiliated in her home state. The rest is history. Giga Mango Fanta. If Stolas was to run for president, would you vote for him? Yeah. Surely a prince of hell of his stature and associations would perfectly suit the office. Yeah, I mean, he's the prince of botany, so yeah, couldn't do any better. Jessica Lancaster at work, but here you go. Trump 2024. Excellent. I agree with you. Salty Ironworker. Would you be Trump's Secretary of Agriculture if he asked? You'd be a great one, Mr. Farmer. Yeah, I would take a cabinet position with Donald Trump if he asked me to. Not that he's going to, but yeah, I know about agriculture. We'd have to get some Terra Preta fucking initiatives going. By the way, this could actually tie in the far left with the far right. Agricultural subsidies, so you get in the corn and shit like that. Also, pumping carbon into the ground. You're sequestering carbon dioxide. Oh, the left wouldn't stand in the way of that one. Oh, it would be a slam dunk. That'd be great. Mojo Hansen, I finished work early. Good time for a live stream. I agree with you. The Tex Vet, do you think it's possible Vivek just really wants to be the next up in the more MAGA movement? I don't see anyone else even close to filling those shoes presently. Do you have any possibilities for that mantle yet? It's hard to tell. I would like Rand Paul. He'd do a good job, but he seems to be locked in the Senate. Well, I mean, you could have a dynastic thing with like Don Jr., Eric Trump or something. I'm not in favor of dynastic presidencies, though. So I wouldn't necessarily support that. I'd say, okay, I want to hear your ideas. I need to hear your platform, and you haven't been in that role yet. So definitely I need to hear what you want to do. You could have like a Kristi Noem or someone like that. I don't know exactly what happens after the Trump president. That's the funny thing. Our current political climate is literally all centralized around Donald Trump. And that's going to be a problem for both parties going forward. So I don't know. Soul Native, you turn chat on. They think you're hot. Here's $5 for selling your bod. So hot. I'm not even a guy. A rainbow. Yeah, no, fucking rub my nipples and shit like that. I can get away with it. I'm allowed to. I'm a song. It's cold out. Has anyone seen Jussie Smollett? Yeah, he's busy being assaulted by leftoids again. Steve M. Hey, Sticks. I wrote some silly story on ChatGPT about AI, McDee's, and Donald Trump colluding to save the universe. Mind if I send it to you on Twitter? Absolutely. Yeah, please do. Rainy Day Tiny Films. Thank the person that asked you for one more button down, and thank you for granting. Yeah, I mean, if people want to see my middle-aged body, I'm not self-conscious. I'm just saying that if I started unbuttoning down below, you'd need a magnifying glass, you know. The Nerdwire. Ask your leftist friends this. Is the world a safer place with Biden or Trump? That would be Trump. Wasted Bonehead. Good evening from the grave. Time to get wasted. Yeah, I know that feel. Trip Boom. I already read that too. Lord of the Ree. Sticks. Do you know Sadie N-word? I get the reference. Sadie N-word. You get it? Get it? Mulgara 85. I met Ian in real life before. He's genuinely one of my favorite people. I'd love to psychedelics with him. Lol. Yeah, I don't get there's no problem between me and anyone on Timcast. I can't wait to go aboard. It's gonna be fucking great. Bystander Syndrome. How long until you morph from Sticks into Razor Fist like Twong Lu Kim, owner of City Walk Shitty Walk, morphing in Dr. William Janis, the therapist? I don't even know what you're referring to. Nate Debate. Ahoy, Sticks. Shout out to Alex. Ahoy. Yeah, arr, we've got our boarding cutlass over here. Arr. Damascus Steel, by the way. I can't have a gun on the live stream, so I figured I would have the fucking cutlass. Ahoy, Sticks. Shout out to Alex, who can never catch you live, but caught you today. Thanks for the stream. It's nice to see your face this late into the day. Clank. Thank you. By the way, there are over 10,000 people watching live at the moment. I'm not under any pressure whatsoever. There are 10 trillion fucking super chats. What the fuck? E. Sutton. Sticks, longtime listener, first-time caller. Keep up your amazing work. You are always my first listen in the morning. Shout out to my hetero life mate, Doorman Dan. Shout out to Doorman Dan. He's heterosexual. Joshua R. Hello from the free state of Florida. I prefer dangerous freedom over peaceful slavery. Thomas Jefferson. Senor Faces. How do I cope with Wisconsin weather as a Puerto Rican? Probably you don't. That would be a hard sell. Stealth Creations. Normally I don't have a problem making a video upload for an event like this, but the snow has covered sidewalks and taxis are booked to next week. It's paralyzing for covering it as an outsider. Yeah, much of the country right now is basically locked down by ice. Here, we got a shit ton of snow the other day. Lone Wolf 36S. Lauren Boebert is kind of hot, not going to lie. Yeah, I mean, I think she's a year younger than me. So if you don't consider me old, then Lauren Boebert is young. And, she needs a good bang. She's going through divorce and shit like that. Somebody take up the slack. Clankers, mobilize. Thomas, 1 of 2. Clanker for 6 years. Love the level-headedness. Wife and I started a business. Started as resellers and switched to custom Trump gear. Good idea. Michael Tinnen. No message except love. Well, I love you too, Michael. Endless Vertigo. Clanker singles list. I'm in southeast Wisconsin. Insight of the ages. I think you're wrong about Viveka's anomaly is about Trump. It's not an easy answer. The same question 10 times a day. Send your faces. Please send more super chats. No, I mean, if people send more, I'm never going to get to the results. Although they should be going live in about 10 minutes or thereabouts. Jack the Reaper. I hear the elusive Sticks is frolicking around the snow-covered hills of Rutland. No, just around the property. We got plenty of pine trees here. Dylan Sharding, please explain to Ramsey Paul why Ramaswamy is fake. He doesn't know. Help a brother out. Yeah, I've got to go on his show again soon. I was his co-host for a while. I love Ramsey Paul's show is great. Oh. Caffeine hits hard this time of night. Bobby Lane, can't wait to see how it goes. Rock on, Sticks. Thank you for all the great content and food recommendations over the years. Let's go, Donnie. Lil Donnie. Yo, Lil Donnie. I just filled my water heater with shit. Now a brown liquid is coming out. Not a banned account. Puerto Rican statehood now. The people have spoken. I actually agree with that. I believe in giving Puerto Rico statehood. Which is an unpopular opinion among some of my audience. Aussie's Robots. Vivek is the guy that sells you extended warranties. Yeah, that was my feeling from the get-go. And I tried to warn people. Swamp Donkey. Sticks with nipple clips. OnlyFans when? I'm not into nipple clips. You know, I mean, I would show you my nipples, I suppose, because I'm a dude, so you see more at the beach anyway. Rocket Daddy-O. Sticks going Nobo AT. See you in Rutland soon. Mulgara 85. I'm conflicted. I want to move to New Hampshire because of the libertarianism, but I hate the cold. I'm suffering in 25-degree weather in Maryland. Lol. If you can deal with the cold, though, New Hampshire is a good place to be. I will simp for New Hampshire. They're going far left, but they got the Free State movement, sort of mixed bag. The HUD sucker proxy. I was rethinking the quadruped thing. Maybe we could just develop a prototype vibrating pocket biltong. Oh, Christ. M1 Dot is now a monthly supporter on Rumble. I thank you very much. Again, I still don't 100% know what that means. You pay a subscription fee or something. The Nerdwire. I've realized there is narcissism to the TDSers who like Trump's policies but hate the man. I don't give a fuck if you like the man. Vote for the man, best for the job and your country. So vote for Trump, basically, yeah. Blood Riot. Can we just skip the politics and watch a movie or something? Yeah, I mean, I'd put one on if it weren't for copyright law. K-Max McDonald. Who will drop out first, DeSantis, Vivek, or Haley? Can Vivek break the top 3 tonight, or is he done after tonight? I think Vivek does come in 4th. I'm predicting tentatively that DeSantis manages to maintain a slight lead over Nikki Haley for 2nd place. I don't know that anyone drops out tonight. Haley certainly doesn't have a reason because she's in 2nd strongly in New Hampshire. If DeSantis does come in 2nd, he doesn't have a reason to drop. And Ramaswamy, I think, is, you know, I've given my opinion about him, so he wouldn't have a reason to drop either. So I think everyone stays in at least through New Hampshire. Reform Sauron. What would be the political fallout if Trump clenches 51% tonight by chance, getting all Iowa delegates? The legacy media would have to cope with that fact and run a bunch of articles about how it really was underwhelming. He came in 0.5 under the aggregate. He only came in 2 points above the aggregate or something like that. The stories write themselves. They'll have TDS anyway. Arbiter 1912. Have you ever made a video detailing your encounter with Stolas? I am interested to hear about it. Yes, I have, actually. You go back through my occult playlist, and it's in there. Ramon C. GTC. As a Puerto Rican, we need statehood. I agree with you. I want to see Puerto Rico sometime. I want to eat all sorts of cool food and see all the beaches and stuff like that. I would love that. Puerto Rican clankers, yeah, somebody be my guide, and I will definitely come down there because that sounds like a tasty fucking time. Mikahuntu 4X spot. Now that there isn't a pandemic, allow Joe to hide. He must go on the campaign trail. How will he keep up with Trump? New nationwide riot incident? He'll find a way. Trust me, he'll find a way. Epsidon. Should we really have kids if World War III is on the brink? What would be the point? Yes, you should have kids. Everyone should have at least one kid. By the way, I believe we might be getting some results in here. Nope, but they've... just a second. I've also got CNN up, so... No, we don't have results in, but they're preparing for the results quite clearly. But yes, you should have a kid. It's a good experience. Just trust me. Remy, Sticks, here you go. Take some of my money. Haha. Pigar, are you into fishing at all? I have gone fishing before, but I'm not a huge fan of it. I'm also not very good at it. I'm better at shooting things or trapping things, not so good at fishing things. By the way, please send no more super chats because it looks like we're going to be getting into the thick of things. Yeah, it's after 8 o'clock, so we should be getting some of the rural counties fairly soon. I will probably take a break in a few minutes. Please don't send any more money. I'm literally telling you not to pay me at the moment. just so I can get fucking through these. I'm doing the best that I bloody can. I'm one person. M1 more wood on the fire. Sub is monthly donation that Rumble takes 20% or how it's supposed to work. Yeah, thank you. I appreciate it. Blood right. I'm voting for Trump, hoping Vivek poos on Nikki. I am hoping that Nikki Haley comes in third or fourth. I mean, if she comes in fourth, she gets a fucking gobsmack. That would be great. Wasted Bonehead Sticks. Could I have a shout out to my Twitter so I can have more followers than Sigil? Hashtag Team Undead. Okay, Wasted Bonehead over on Twitter. By the way, I follow him and Sigil Stone. I am a neutral party in this. Sigil Stone, no, shout me out, and we may outnumber the undead. So you can follow Sigil Stone or Wasted Bonehead over on Twitter. I follow them both, and I'm neutral. You know, basically, I'm Mother Nature and you're Snow and Heat Miser, and I don't know which one of you is which. The Nerdwire, that's why it's called fishing and not catching. Yeah, but I just don't see the point. I mean, I caught a couple of fish, but there's little perches and stuff. Yeah, I mean, he could eat them, but I like fish, but I prefer, you know, red meat. I really prefer vegetables and fruits over those, though. You know, I'm just going to grow my crops. And I figure if something stumbles into my garden trying to eat my crops, I just shoot it and then I eat that. So it's delicious. King Cracker. Hey, Sticks, have you heard of We Are Bridge? They apparently want to push DEI as culture in the company rather than marketing backed by Campbell's Soups, etc. I eat Progresso for a reason. No, I haven't heard of that. I'll have to look it up. Muddy Drip 6665. Iran has targeted the U.S. consulate. Videos on X. Ooh, that could be bad. I'll look that up later. Thank you, though, for the news tip. Iggy the Incubus, greetings from Clankahoma. And amusing news, I recently tried calling my senator to express my disapproval over the recent border deal. His mailbox is full, so I sent a disapproving email instead. The email might be full, too. Soul Native, I quit smoking weed, vaping, and drinking all at once. I'm feeling great. Took your advice and got rid of 3 vices at once. Thanks, Sticks. Good on you. That's quite an accomplishment. Jesus Christ. You think about the money you're fucking saving, too. Ozzy's Robots, I wouldn't trust Shady Vivek to reboot my PC. Peter Edwards, natural processes have been sequestering carbon in the ground for hundreds of millions of years. Humans here to reverse that trend before it's too late. Yeah, although I would say that making carbonized soil is a good thing. I've used Terra Preta. Trust me, it definitely works. It is not a myth. It's actually real. Damn it, Razor, by the Sideshowman 212. Damn it, Razor, you shouldn't be walking out in the snow barefoot and shaking the tree branches off on yourself. You'll make yourself sick. I had a fun time. I hadn't done that in years. Paraplaneta Missionary. Did you hear YouTube is sabotaging people's PCs by causing them to overheat if they use AdBlock? The Quartering covered this. Good luck to them. I've got Alienware, so I don't think you're going to be able to get it to overheat. Freddie Sodium, listen, Tucker Farrelson, Lee. K-Max McDonald. Yes, Sticks, would you be able to go back on Ramsey Paul's show soon? The two of you discussing politics is always great. You two vibe very well. Yeah, I definitely, he's already talked to me about getting me back aboard for an appearance, although I won't be his co-host. Even though I'm back in the Eastern time zone, I think he's got a stable co-host in his woman, and so there's sort of an item on that token. I like them both. I think they seem like very interesting, highly intellectual, really good conversations. Orchid Finance. I have a feeling that the 2024 election will be thrown to the Supreme Court, who will toss it to the states. Trump 2024. I don't think so. RM sent $1. No comment, thank you. Vinny the D, since being back from the Netherlands, have you noticed a change in local politics, i.e. shifting left or right? The only thing that I've noticed is a lot more people in masks, actually. NMMK. No, I'm born and raised in Puerto Rico, and I want independence. Well, I mean, Puerto Rico can vote for that too. That's perfectly fine, although it comes with the caveat of a huge amount of debt. Stephen M. Sticks, you should move to Florida. No thanks, too hot. The best state. We have this thing called air conditioning. It's great. Plus, you can grow tomatoes. Fuck, I grow a shit ton of tomatoes here in New England. I like New England. Mid-Atlantic is about as far south as I would go. Not a band account. Please say, Paul, you've been a naughty boy. Okay, Paul, you've been a naughty boy. And get a fucking spanking. Mug of War. Ah, shucks. Your stream hits at the same time as the dinner rush and will probably be over before it thins out. Such is life, I guess. I'm just monitoring the goddamn maps here. I'm wondering when we're going to start getting some results. Again, though, please, everyone, please do not send me any more money. I'm trying to get through these. One day at a time. They are going to swap Potato Biden with Big Mike. I do not believe so, but it would be hilarious if they tried. Warrior Poet 808, watching from the Lanai in Hilo, Hawaii, where it's 82 degrees and sunny. What causes the bigger meltdown? Trump breaks 50 or Nimrata finishes last? Thanks for the live stream, Captain. Trump breaking 50 would cause the bigger backlash. If Haley managed to be in fourth place or something, it would crush her. It'd be hilarious. It'd be helpful. I would like that. But I don't think it's likely. I think that she will finish close in third place. It's possible she gets second. That's possible. I just think that DeSantis' ground game is more beefy than hers. And so if he's a couple points behind as a deficit in the general polling, I think he can make up that total. I think he can come in second. But we'll see. I mean, we should be getting results pretty much any time. At some point here, I'm going to take a couple minutes off just to go and pee. Ozzy's Robots. My wife's from Iowa. Hopefully she won't start a Des Moines insurrection. P.S. You should visit me in Florida. You could stay on the ocean and visit the museum. Trust me, Ozzy. It is definitely on the docket. Can't wait. Visiting you in Florida, visiting Anton in Texas, and seeing Italy and a few other things. I've got all sorts of traveling to do. Fuck. 4 cats in a Virginia mountain shack. Always beware the eloquent speech talk. Vivek, Worm Tongue. Yes, been a clanker since 2018. Shout out from the Virginia mountains. I want to see those too, by the way. Yeah, that's my read of him. He's a smooth talker. He's a car salesman. Harley Bailey. My dad thinks Dems are lying in the swing polls to artificially inflate Trump, like what the silent majority did to Hillary in 2016. Thoughts? No, they're going for Haley, actually. There's literally a concerted effort by Democrats to try to buff her up because they know, number one, if she were to win, she's basically just a neocon anyway, so she's like a Bush. And number two, because they think that she would lose in the general election. They're probably right. Jay Corvath. I'm all in on Chris Christie. We need a fat Italian guy from New Jersey to make this country right. Yeah, he never endorsed anyone. Rather telling. Inky, don't send me money. Huh? Don't tell me what to do. No, seriously, I've still got more fucking super chats. Jesus Christ. Nihilist Solitude. Ben Carson will be Trump's VP pick. I do not believe it will be Ben Carson. I think the pick will surprise you. I've got my hunches. I'm going to hold them close to my slightly naked chest. And also, at the moment, I'm not even focused. Okay, better. Toxic Mix. I get the Vivek angle, but could you explain the Christie angle? Having trouble wrapping my head around he could have benefited Trump beyond being so cringe that people vote for him out of spite. His whole idea was to drain the TDS vote away by being the most TDS. It's as simple as that. Haley and others were trying to do that. Christie went way, way out into left field on it, became the ultimate TDS candidate. And in New Hampshire especially, he really fucked her under the bus. And it's like literally getting fucked by Chris Christie. Imagine, take a little time. He's going to find his cock first. Albie, I'm about to puke. Yorkshire. Nukeface, Sticks, you should get an AK. Thought about it. Fair Frozen 55. Independent and PR are less than 1%. Can't even sign up for the party for elections as of late. Statehood or bust. Yeah, I mean, if Puerto Rico becomes a state, that's good. If they become a sovereign nation, that's fine. I think the former is probably better for everyone, myself. Trigonaut. Hey, Sticks, been a fan since 2018. Like Sam Hyde, you are my political guru for all news. Thank you very much. Alex Bogey, do you think was honking with Christy Mike? Yes, I think that the hot mic moment was on purpose. I pointed this out. Batman's Pet Goldfish. You told us to stop donating, but a $5 fell out of my wallet. Take it. Well, thank you anyway. The hole in Avalon girlfriend's leg. Shut up and take my money. Interesting username. The Gunslinger, Puerto Rican here, still living here, hope to make it so to the States someday. Puerto Rican statehood now. I support it. I know some people on the channel probably don't, but I'm like, Puerto Rico is already a territory of the United States. Who gives a fuck? Let's see. Raider208 is now a monthly supporter on Rumble. Music and Fiction, Vivisection, Obama's Whammy. Bystander Syndrome. I refer to a hilarious episode of South Park you should definitely watch. I've seen some South Park. It is funny. Or at least it was. I haven't watched it in years. Snack Bottle says, Sneed. Raider208. Rules were never my thing. Take my money. Lol. So anyway, hopefully we're going to be getting some results soon. We should be getting them in the next 10 to 15 minutes, roughly. To the over 10,000 people watching. I'm trying to still keep up with the super chats. There's been a lot of them. 161 of them just on YouTube, just to be clear. So it takes a little bit of time. I'm doing me bloody best. We got 11,000 people watching live. People are over on Rumble. People are discussing guns and ammunition as a little bit different from the YouTube live chat, so to speak. Anyway, just to recap, I expect Trump to win the Iowa caucus. I don't think that it'll be even close. I think he'll win by double digits. I'm hoping and expecting kinda. It's like a 60-40 sort of thing. Hoping that Ron DeSantis comes in second because I really want Nikki Haley to get taken down a peg because she's going forward, literally the only person viable in another state. And also she just sort of deserves to be taken down a peg because she's a bitch. And to put it bluntly, Nikki Haley deserves to come in third. Preferably, she'd come in goddamn fourth behind Ramaswamy. Unfortunately, I don't think there's enough wiggle room for that. So I'm expecting Trump to win. It's basically, right now, we've got to do two things. Look at the margin. How much does Trump win by? Is it underperforming? Is it overperforming? Is it about as expected? Where does the second place challenger come in? Like, are they above or below? And secondly, who comes in second? Is it Ron DeSantis or is it Nikki Haley? That's pretty much what we're looking at tonight. And so those results will begin coming in possibly within the next 10 minutes, 15 minutes or thereabouts. And it's a good time had by all. I'm having a fucking great time. We're already above an hour. And people keep sending me money despite me literally telling them not to. So, I mean, I appreciate it. But again, please don't super chat at this time. At some point, I need to pee. So I'll take like a 5-minute break. Generalissimo Liberty. What is Asa hoping to accomplish? Nothing. I don't even know why Asa Hutchinson is still in the race. And apparently he's going to be in through New Hampshire. He has no clue what's going on at this point. Maybe he's just gone crazy. Moot the Cat. Gentle Sticks, will you kindly amplify my gesture of support for Iowa by announcing that I am eating wedge upon wedge of glorious Maytag blue cheese? MAGA. Blue cheese is good, although I have to say the best blue cheese I've ever had is the Dana Blue, the Danish blue cheese. Nice and sharp. Oh my God, you put that on a nice herby cracker and you're set for forever. Not a banned account. Who's the best dummy mommy in USA politics? Lauren Boebert. Certainly wouldn't be Nikki Haley. BDan82 sent 145 without a comment. Thank you very much. Again, we're not quite getting any results in yet. As for my prediction, you all know what it is. It will be Donald Trump. He will be winning Iowa. There's no question in my mind at this point. People still discussing ammunition types over on Rumble. People talking about 300 blackout. I do want to get a tactical pistol with 300 blackout because that does look cool, admittedly. CSI, they, them, 007. Hey, Sticks, I rarely catch you live. What a treat. P.S. You ain't cool till you pee your pants. Yeah, I'd rather not do that. I mean, it can, but I can always piss my pants if I want to, but why would I want to? Reformed Sauron. No, Sticks, you're wrong. It's going to be Jeb on a write-in every county. Yes, Yeb out of nowhere, exactly. 11,000 people watching live. This would be an opportune time to piss my pants. It would be quite impressive now, wouldn't it? Some of you sick fucks out there would probably like it. Anyway, I'm going to very, very quickly mute the mic and close down the video. Don't worry, I'll be back in a couple of minutes. I do need to use the bathroom. We've been going over an hour, and I needed to use the bathroom actually before I started live streaming. I will be back. Don't worry, we'll probably be getting results in 10 minutes or thereabouts. So this is the big Iowa caucus. Make sure to tell all of your friends and share out the link. I'll be back momentarily. Again, yeah, okay, just a sec. All right, everyone, I am back, indeed. Yes, indeed. Let's see. I already read that one out. You don't get a double. Let's see. Do we have any results? Oh, we've got results coming in. Yes, indeed. Donald Trump out in front with 75% of the vote. Of course, that will fall. These are the rural counties coming in. Let's see. We've got results from Lyon. Only a small number counted. Hancock, again, only a small number counted. Keokuk County. Trump's out ahead there. Keep in mind, one thing that you need to keep in mind tonight. You're going to see Trump come out way ahead in front because he's going to get most of the votes in those counties. One thing that you need to understand is that things will narrow up as the race proceeds, but we are getting some precincts reporting in. There are a very small amount of votes. You've got about 300 at the moment. So while I expect Trump to win, it's not going to be by 75%, not even close. Let's see. I got a bunch of messages too. Some of these might be pertinent to the race. I did have somebody telling me earlier that they are in Iowa, and actually we're going around and checking to see the yard signs. So for Donald Trump, for Nikki Haley, others, and sort of reporting to me on that. And it seemed that Trump was doing well on that. Let's see. Let's see. Yeah, we're also getting news that Iran has reportedly targeted the U.S. consulate in Iraq. So we might be in another war now as well. We'll definitely talk about that tomorrow. I don't have time to do that right now. P-Break Boys says Inky. Jeremiah B says, this is Styx's Golden Shower Fund. Let it rain. Hal Coker sent $2, no comment. And One Day at a Time sent $2 and said, lol, you went to the bathroom right as results dropped. Yes, but this is just a few preliminary results from a few counties. So again, let me, there, now you can see it a little bit more. We're also getting results on CNN. It's about the same. Again, Trump out ahead everywhere. Ron DeSantis behind him. And Nikki Haley in a distant third place. So far, so good, about as expected. But you got to understand, again, this is very preliminary. Donald Trump is not going to carry 75% in Iowa. It's going to be a lot closer than that. I'm just looking into some of my DMs as well, seeing if I have any... The Iowa GOP refuses to reveal who built and operates the mobile voting app it will use to report primary election results tonight. What's the secrecy? Who controls the app? This is from Amuse, actually, as referred by Joshua Richards. By the way, shout out to Joshua Richards and many, many others, Charles Hodge and other people that send the Bogged One that send me news tips on Twitter. I thank you all very, very much. It's going to be absolutely invaluable beyond reckoning during this election season. But I do expect that the Iowa results will not really have any particular, there's not going to be anything unknown or anything like that. The amount is insurmountable for Trump's lead. Update, in front of polling, a couple more Haley and Vivek. Strangely, no Trump. Inside a few DeSantis shirts, one Haley, a couple Vivek signs. Yes, this is from Z Effective, who also told me about the yard signs. He's in Council Bluffs. He is, I think he's a precinct captain, actually. Noticing a few people registering to vote or change to Republican to caucus. 3 or 4 over the past 10 minutes or so. Yeah, mostly for Haley. Democrats are crossing the aisle in order to vote for her because they think she's easier to beat. And they're hoping that she wins in New Hampshire. It's not even about Iowa. It's about buffing her up to get her into second place in New Hampshire in order to astroturf her. Anton is talking to me as well. Compost, cover, crops, and biochar. Don't worry, Anton. I know my biochar. Beautiful Wagyu, by the way. AntonsUSA.com. Make sure to check that out. Or landofbiltong.com. There's also Pumpkin Fire Crafts. And also on YouTube at the top, I have posted my books blog. Get some. It'd be good for you. Do some reading. I've edited hundreds and hundreds of works. More coming down the pipeline now. I am having the time of my life. I haven't done a live stream like this in years, actually. I'm getting more news. According to Iraqi security officials, the U.S. consulate within the city of Erbil in northern Iraq has sustained significant damage in ballistic missile attack launched by Iran. Thank you, Biden. Starting another war. How lovely. Starting a war right as the primaries begin. By the way, this isn't coincidental timing or anything like that. CBS entrance poll results. We've got those. Showing Trump way out ahead, of course. That is from Awoo Lad, actually. We've got some awooing going on. And then the FBI talking about Martin Luther King, which is hilarious because they killed him. Oh, Christ. Robbie D. Judge goes to church complaining, not repeating for vacationing with boyfriend with federal tax dollars. No question here, just stating the obvious. Cisco Kid, where did you get those button-up shirts with the designs around the neck? I really like them. They're from Thailand, actually. They were given to me by Liz's father. Not a banned account. Will Donald Trump stay as U.S. president for life? Sadly, no. I wouldn't really want a lifetime president anyway, so it's all good. Bob Dahl. What if they stop the count for a broken water line and in the cover of night, Nikki Haley beats Trump in Iowa? Thoughts? She would have a 30-point gap to surmount. I think that would be a little bit too obvious. Stephen M. What about the leather straps of the anus? Shoot wrong live streamium. I don't exactly know what you're referring to. I don't have leather straps on my anus. Mulgara85. You should totally follow me on Twitter at Blood Old. Wasted Bonehead can vouch for me. Lol. J. Russ of Auburn Valley. Well, you were right about Viv Fake. What do you think happens now that the mask is off? He gets crushed by yours truly, Donald Trump. World Life 187 would like to offer all clankers free shipping on their orders using code STICKS at www.websterswares.com. Started as resellers, but shifted to custom Trump 2024 merch. Love the content, Sticks. Thank you very much. I'll have to take a look at that shit. Generalissimo Liberty. 4 streams, 5 screens, and 7 windows, and no one knows what Asa is doing. Yeah, let me check. How many votes does Asa Hutchinson have? 0 at the moment. Yeah. Chris Christie got a goddamn vote. He's not even running at this point. And who the fuck is Ryan Brinkley? Can anyone else elucidate and tell me? Because I don't know. We've only got a few partial precinct results, but Trump has won. He's clearly won Iowa. You don't need any more results. He's ahead with 70% of the vote right now. Ron DeSantis, by the way, is in second place, but you've only got about 500 votes actually counted, so things could shift. You don't have anything from, well, you have a few results from Des Moines. You know, Trump has 10 votes. DeSantis has 2. Other candidates, 1 vote, which is for Ramaswamy. For some reason, it puts it under the other category. Trump ahead everywhere, for which you have any votes at all. Again, it's formulaic. I expect Trump to crush his competition. In fact, based on the early results, maybe he actually runs ahead of his polling. If that happens, then that's something that I didn't even count on. Leather straps of the anus. Stephen, my man, I've got no clue. Jay Corvath, that 1 vote for Chris Christie is from me. I don't care that he's been expelled from over 100 buffets in Jersey. Christie's gang is rising. I hope that you're actually being truthful and that you voted for him, because that would be fucking funny as hell. Breaking news in Clankdom. We have the Clanker that voted for Chris Christie. Ozzy's Robots. The AP called the race for Trump already. Lol. Yeah, the writing's on the wall. It already was. I mean, it's almost like the only reason that I'm even streaming right now is because it's an important race. It's not because it was a mysterious one, like you're going to get any different result. If you're up by 30 points in the aggregate, it's basically how much does Trump lead by, number one, and number two, who gets second. I'm hoping it's DeSantis. So far, he's in second with only a small number of votes cast. I'm hoping that he beats out Nikki Haley because that'll blunt her momentum. Hell, I wish that Ramaswamy would take third and that Haley would be in fourth. I just don't necessarily expect that. Tokar, live in a very liberal city and found one of your books in one of those little neighborhood libraries in the corner. I think someone was trolling. That is incredible. And you have no idea how much that boosts my ego. Yeah. Prudent paratrooper. What would the implications be if Trump won by 70%? Well, then the race would be over on day one. But that won't happen. Beefy King, the race was just called. Ozzy's Robots. I could have gotten as many votes as Vivek for your information. Well, I mean, you've got a big budget too, so, you know, you could have run ads and everything. Al Coker, Salt Must Flow, Clank. Alamandorius, I was going to try and send this via Rumble, but it wouldn't let me. Vox did a disingenuous video claiming that Michigan was never part of the blue wall, that the state is Republican, and that Trump lost it for them. Yeah. That makes a lot of sense. Dustin Shupak, did you hear that Vivek plagiarized most of his speeches from Obama's campaign? Some. I don't really care about that. I just care about the fact that his policies and his stated platform are just a little bit too in it. Ted Goddamn Cruz. One thing I don't see enough people addressing. We should be having fun with things. We won 2016 by clowning on our enemies. Bring it back. I agree with that. Have some fucking fun. Make more memes. The Saurian Chronicles. Hello, Sticks. Please promote my book series, The Saurian Chronicles. The first books are Amazon, now an ebook and paperback. Thank you for the content. Saurian Chronicles. Consider that a shout out. Amp Rider. Sticks, what's your prediction on the ratio of Haley to Vivek? Hoping we put Clinton 2.0 in the dirt. While I would love Vivek Ramaswamy to crush her and for her to come in fourth, I think she takes third. I think we're seeing that in the voting right now. And but it'll come in closer than expected, probably. I expect a boost for Ramaswamy and a boost for DeSantis. I expect Trump and Haley to come in a little bit behind actually what they were polling at. Wasted Bonehead, I can indeed vouch for Blood Old. He is based as fuck. Generalissimo Liberty, Pastor Ryan Brinkley. Generalissimo Liberty's follow-up. Asa is in Dr. Seuss land where boom bands are playing. Yeah, I mean, Hutchinson is still technically in the race. He's got 0 votes at the moment, but... Yeah, Trump is still riding on 70 with, what is it, 700 or so votes cast? Thereabouts? I have a feeling Clankdom's going to have a good night, by the way. The Bloody Nerve. Asa bought a campaign management subscription on Fiverr and forgot to cancel. Generalissimo Liberty. Asa ain't in the game yet. Yeah, I mean, he's going to come in with like 0.1% or something like that. This is the best time that I've had in years. At least since the Chaz Garden, at least. For some reason, just a second. Let me check the differential between CNN 79. Okay, yeah, AP is definitely a little bit more on the up and up than CNN. Not surprising. Ozzy's Robots. Once again, the Koch brothers back a neocon loser. Yeah, Nikki Haley, it looks like I'm hoping that my prediction comes true and she comes in third. You got to realize that when the more urban areas start coming in, because there's more voters there, she will have an advantage over DeSantis, I think. My hope is, though, that his disproportionate support in the rural areas gives him just a little bit of an edge over Haley, and he edges her out. because it would be wonderful to see her knock down a peg because she's fucking retarded. She's a bitch. She's a warmonger. At least Ron DeSantis has some selling points, like with Martha's Vineyard. That was a good one. Like with, well, not HB 269, his war against Disney. Ron DeSantis, actually, there is something there that's redeemable. There is nothing there that's redeemable with Nikki Haley. Literally nothing. I haven't seen a single platform position that she has taken, a single word that she has uttered that is redeemable. With Ron DeSantis, at the very least, there would be a fucking attempt made. Not with Nikki Haley. Alamandorius, should I send you a link to that Vox video? Shouldn't kill too many brain cells, I hope. We don't need a Sticks Biden hammer. Yeah, go ahead and send it to me in DM. I'll check it out tomorrow. That pie over there. Vivek's besties with the Paul Bros. So def a red flag there, if any solid ones to point out. He at least got to wear the WWE USC Championship. Astral Walker. Bill Mitchell is already having a meltdown. DM'd you a picture on Twitter since I know he has you blocked. Ha 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 ha. Oh, that I gotta fucking see. Yeah, the exit poll results look really good for Trump and really fucking bad for everyone else. Let's see here from Astral Walker. Okay, I've got it. It's from Bill Mitchell. He's got me blocked, so I can't see this myself. These are screen caps. How the hell do you call the race with less than 1% in and people still voting? How is that even legal? How the hell does AP call Iowa for Trump with 496 votes in and people still voting? What the fuck bullshit is that? So what the fuck? AP declares Trump the winner with 496 votes in and people still voting. What the hell? And then he posts the picture. It's like, well, I mean, Bill, it's, you know, the writing's on the wall because sane people understood that Trump would win the state. It's just because you have TDS. That's the whole point. Thank you very much to Astral Walker for that, for the night's humor. Emperor Palpatine. Plot twist. Corn Pop is voting for Trump. MAGA 2024. Let's go, Brandon. Keep calm and clank on. Diamond Goza. I am enjoying your book, Fruits of Eden. There will be a new edition of that probably in the next year, by the way. I thank you for enjoying it, though. 9 of 9. Is the Vivek allegation authentic? If so, that's disappointing. I believe him to be a plant. That's my belief. It's not an established fact. It's just based on what I've seen linguistically, etc. And in his campaigning style, I believe that Vivek Ramaswamy is indeed a plant. Sebastian Monroe. Max Dorknow and the Desimptards must be hitting the bottle hard tonight. Yeah, they're going to have to cope somehow. Probably with vodka. I don't need to cope. I got caffeine. Robert Donnell. Please shout out my book, Shattered Worlds by Robert Donnell. There you go. You got a shout out, my man. I wonder what it's about. I love books. Like fucking literally, I wish I could sit there and read all day. Reading and growing crops. That's all I want to do. Don't worry, I'll never stop making videos, even if I got fucking rich as fuck. Because it's fun. Let's see. We did that one. Quez 256. AP might as well be called Associated Pinkos at this point. Chris Rumble sticks at 6.1K on Rumble. It's actually 6.5 now almost. Rumble takeover is happening. Yeah, I've got more people watching me on Rumble than on YouTube, actually, at the moment. Altogether, it's almost 13,000 goddamn people. We're talking almost as many people as live in the whole fucking city that I live in. So I am very, very humbled. Let's go to the map really quickly. Let's see. Yeah, Trump has been called as the winner of Iowa by AP. I'm assuming that's, yeah, CNN has called it for Trump. So Trump has won the state of Iowa. Official announcement. Donald Trump has won the Iowa caucus. Yes. I tried to tell the DeSantis fans and the Nikki Haley fans, by the way, Ron DeSantis still holding By the way, it tastes delicious. It's a strawberry peach. A mild edge over Nikki Haley. I am really, really, really hoping that Ron DeSantis comes in second. I'm glad that Trump won. It was expected, and just a thing. But I'm hoping that Ron DeSantis takes Nikki Haley down a peg. And it looks like Ramaswamy actually is coming in, at least according to these numerics, a little bit ahead of expectation. What was he at in the, just a second here. Just a second. I'm going to look at the Iowa polling really quickly. Trump has been called by RCP as well, by the way. So he has won Iowa. What was the level? We need to do a differential here. Ramaswamy is yeah, Ramaswamy is riding slightly ahead. Ron DeSantis and Haley slightly behind, but again, it's early in the voting. Donald Trump way ahead, but again, you're going to get different numbers. We're going to have to keep a look at that. We're going to have to. We don't have any results from Davenport or anything like that. We only have a few results from Polk County. That's Des Moines. So Donald Trump has officially won the state of Iowa, which was expected, and which really, really must piss off the Max Nordaus and the handful of people who weren't completely astroturfed, who were backing Nikki Haley. Ramaswamy a little bit ahead, as expected, at this moment. But again, you've got like 2% in for the vote. It's just that Trump's so far out ahead that clearly he's going to win. I'm a happy camper. Yeah, game, set, match. Depending on the margin of victory, it could be basically over tonight, by the way. Cam2425IA, Rumble Flex. Yeah, there's almost 7,000 people watching live at the moment. Music and Fiction, Per People's Pundit Daily DDHQ. Haley's biggest support right now is Johnson County. Sent you link to PPD on Twitter and X. I'll take a look at that. Actually, I think I saw that. Thank you for that. For Music and Fiction. Swamp Donkey, if Trump wins 2025, will be wild. I want to know what's after Trump. I've got no clue. Yeah. That's what's great. Excuse me. That's what's great about it, by the way. If Trump does win, and I hope that he does, I hope he goes Grover Cleveland mode, then the future is indefinite. By the way, I've got a little bit of hiccups right now. Steve Alk, Trump won now, but wait until the 4 a.m. ballot dump in favor of someone else. You can't get that in the primaries, not in a caucus at least. Sigil Stone, Trump won the caucus because his cock is the biggest dickus. Oh, I'm celebrating. I'm having a great goddamn time. I have a feeling there are some other commentators out there who don't like me that are not having such a good time at the moment. Amp Rider, what is your take on House resignations from the Rhinos in March based off Tim Pool's show? Context on his show, some predicting that Rhinos will resign after keeping Trump off the ballot. They are trying. I do actually have docketed a video about how the Uniparty is attempting to prevent him from taking office. That's already on the docket. Don't worry. Deck Defender, check out a Better Place Bakery on Etsy. Homemade cookies and scones from a bakery in northern Michigan. Scones are, by the way, very good. So, yeah, on Etsy, Better Place Bakery. If you got scones, yeah, count me in. You DM me on Twitter. If you were to send me some scones, I could do a taste review and potentially get you a bunch more fucking business. But I need those scones first. Amy Hunter, $9.99. No comment. Thank you. Ozzy's Robot. Scott Adams has to cope with his boy Vivek losing. I predicted that he would come in fourth. The Gen X Gamer. Hello from New Hampshire, Sticks. Have some seed money. I've got most of the seeds that I need, but I always appreciate more because, you know, I kind of wish that the garden was like 20,000 acres. Corn Pop. I will be voting for Big Daddy Trump. Soapmaker 19, Iowa and Clanker reporting, my precinct, Trump 33, Haley 11, Vivek 5, DeSantis 4, temperature -1. Yeah, it doesn't look like the cold has harmed the Trump turnout. If anything, it appears to have harmed his opponents. Although Haley has pulled ahead into second place, unfortunately. Fuck. Sean C. Way to go, Uncle Donnie. Eat your heart out, Santoids. One-man band. Dems being reps for a day in Iowa, about to boost Haley. Yeah, a bunch of Democrats have crossed aisle to vote for Nikki Haley. It does look like she may take second place. Again, though, only 1% of the votes have been counted. But Trump's out ahead enough so that they've already called it for him, so it almost doesn't matter. Asa Hutchinson has as many votes as Chris Christie now. 4 votes each. Wow. You're a winner at life. Ryan Binkley, who I've never heard of before, has 14, though. So somehow he's more popular than the dude that dropped out and the dude that nobody knows is running, plus the other category. This is fucking great. I love it. Yeah, Trump has been called by all relevant sites already. The writing is on the wall. Donald Trump has won the state of Iowa's caucus and will get the majority of the delegates, which is good. Take that fucking bitch Nikki Haley down a peg. Cat Williams, Ron is in third place. I know, unfortunately, I'm really hoping that he somehow makes up the difference and barely edges out Nikki Haley. That's my hope. And I did cast the die, and I said that Ron DeSantis was more likely than not to get second place. Could turn out that I'm wrong, but as far as my main prediction, which is Trump obviously wins, yeah, I appear to be right on that particular one. Joe, who's this Tarl guy you keep talking about? I'm Joe. My name is Tarl Warwick. Sometimes I forget that by being Styx Hexenhammer too often. Crossover Maniac Ghost Politics is not a happy never Trumper tonight. No, I can imagine. McNasty Filth in for Billy Mitchell claims Trump underperformed. Yeah, I mean, he could get like 70% for real and they would still pretend that he underperformed. M1 Dot, DeSantis ordering all the Arnie Palmies, lol. Teresa 5, $2 holla, hit the like, clank. Yeah, get that sexy clanking in. World Life 187, free shipping for all clankers using code STIX at www.websterswares.com. Also, STIX, may we use your likeness to make merch. STIX Bucks, STIX Challenge coins. DM me on Twitter before you use my likeness for any merch. But I do appreciate the shout out there. Websterswares.com. But yes, for something like that, I need to coordinate with you directly. So please DM me on Twitter. King of Biltong, there's Anton. Think you might have found your time slot. I was wrong. Here's another $5 for Biltong. Yes, Anton's USA or landofbiltong.com. He's got you covered with delicious meat, and there's Styx Hexen merch there as well. By the way, again, there's also Pumpkin Fire Crafts on eBay. That link is in the description cross-platform. And I've posted my books blog as well, and it's pinned at the top if you're watching on YouTube. For those who are not aware, of course, Donald Trump has won in Iowa. He has already been called by AP, CNN, probably every fucking one else in the world because it was self-evident that he was going to win. We'll be looking at the results for a little while further. Swamp Donkey, Ben Shapiro seething, Nikki isn't winning. Oh, poor Ben. Yeah, Razor Fist is masturbating right now thinking of that shit. Spinnaker Blue 89, thoughts on what Trump may do regarding the push for EVs and the cancellation of more dependable EVs. He doesn't seem to be a fan of EVs. Neither am I, because they're retarded. Yeah. I don't know what he's going to do with regard. Probably use them for target practice, I suppose. I wish I could do that. Black Metal Deadman sent $5, no comment. Joe, the word Tupperware is one of the gayest words. Tupperware can come in handy. It depends on what you're using it for. Yes, indeed, Donald Trump has won the state of Iowa. It looks like it's a real close battle between Nikki Haley and Ron DeSantis for second, though. What I'm wondering is, looking at the numbers as they start to come in, where is Trump going to be at? Is he going to be at his aggregated total, which was roughly 51 or thereabouts, a little bit below? Like in the last poll, he was at 49, a little bit above. That's now the thing to watch. That and whether Nikki Haley maintains her very slim lead over Ron DeSantis. It's literally by like 40 votes at the moment. My hope is that Trump wins by a disproportionately high margin, because I'm Team Trump for a reason. My hope is that he comes in above what was expected, number one, and that Haley falls to third, because then the race is basically over. That's literally all. If Haley comes in second, she can at least do the electability thing. Probably not successfully, but at least going forward, she can make that. And by the way, why is there a differential there? AP is definitely coming in quicker than CNN. Okay, we're going to get rid of CNN. Just cut it out so that we can simplify our lives here. I am a happy camper tonight. Ozzy's Robots. DeSantis embarrassed himself. What a mistake to run. Well, I mean, if he takes second, he's at least cock-blocked Nikki Haley. So I don't have any problem with that. I'd admire the dude for that. One day at a time. I bet Anton's got you covered in meat. Oh, absolutely. I've still got that carbonasi in the fridge. I haven't opened it yet because once you open it, you only have a few days to eat it. Trust me, I'm going to choke it down. It'll take me one day. Cheese. Ghost politics and anomaly need diaper changes from the cope and seething they're engaging in. Yeah. I wish I could see Anomaly's page, but he blocked me like a pussy on Twitter long ago. 0-2500. Don't be a whiny titty baby. Titty? Vote for Trump and take a dump on Haley. I agree. Podvoisky. Was watching your stream at 2x speed to catch up. Now that I'm up to real time, your voice sounds like it's in slow motion. Yeah, just then you smoke weed and really get some fucking shit going. Karl Rove is on Faux News comparing Trump's victory in Iowa to Walter Mondale and acting like he's still going to lose the nomination. Lol. Fuck Karl Rove. I remember in the 2012 election when Obama was running against Mitt Romney, Karl Rove had cooked his fucking books. He was on Fox News Live on election night, and he swore up and down that Ohio was definitely going to go for Mitt Romney, and it was called for Obama. He flipped the goddamn fuck out. Some of you might remember this. Do you remember this? Karl Rove went absolutely apeshit in between commercial breaks. He storms backstage and starts berating like the Fox News people back there. These are staffers and shit like this. He starts berating them and saying, well, how could you have called this state for Barack Obama? Because my numbers clearly are more accurate than yours. Well, sir, I mean, that's just the way that it is. Obama's out by an insurmountable mark, and so we called it for him. And Karl Rove went goddamn nuts. He's storming around. He's like prowling around like a goddamn animal at the time, and I don't know why anyone takes him seriously. He's a goddamn chucklehead. Karl Rove is a cunt. Why does anyone listen to him? He's been wrong consistently over and over again. I mean, I've had my inaccuracies within political analysis, nothing on the same order as Karl Rove. Anthraxiomatic, what are your thoughts on hydroponics and aquaponics? They're both very good. Little bit, I prefer hugelkultur and terra preta and things like that, though. I just want to go out and dig around in the soil, and, you know, it's sort of fun. Also, I don't like tilapia. Ew. Go away, sent $1. No comment, thank you. One day at a time. He said, choke it down in one day. Clip that. Cade Eker. Has anyone done a vibe check on the Young Turks? We need a live feed on Jenk's heart rate through the night. You need to hook him up to some machinery, yeah. At this moment, with 2% of votes counted and the race called for Trump already, he is out well beyond 50%. Haley has a real narrow goddamn lead over Ron DeSantis. It is the second place finishing is really the name of the game at this point. Can Ron DeSantis make up that less than 1 point gap and edge her out? I'm really hoping that he does. DeSantis fans, you lost. The race has been called. You lost in Iowa, which means DeSantis is no longer viable. But if your guy can just knock Nikki Haley to third, I will give him respect for that. and I will lighten up on you. I will not criticize Ron DeSantis or you ever again, because you'll have done a great service. That would be wonderful. Yeah, it's a 0.6 gap with Nikki Haley very slightly ahead. My prediction was that Ron DeSantis did indeed have a more beefy ground game. And as we go through some of these rural counties that haven't reported in at all, I do expect Ron DeSantis to rise up. I think my prediction is probable. It's only a 0.6% gap at the moment between Haley in second and Ron DeSantis. I am hoping for Ron DeSantis to take second. I am hoping that Nikki Haley takes. I wish she would take the fourth, but everything is working out in a pretty formulaic fashion here. It's just a matter of I had to basically flip a coin and see whether I was going to go with Haley or DeSantis for second. Trump has won. That much is evident. He's got more votes than everyone else combined at the moment. He will probably continue to do so. And now we've got to look at DeSantis v. Haley. That's basically all. We're getting enough results now so that probably within the next, I'd say half hour, certainly, we'll know exactly what's happening. Michael Varney, John Castro arrested. Dude leads efforts to remove Trump from ballots. Lol. Yes, I was going to report on that, but I think I bounced that video several times till it was no longer relevant. Cheese. Haley's gullet stuffed with Andy Six's logs. She stuffed with a lot more than that. And got some hot dogs in there. Ken Fist 15. Shameless plug for my eBay store, Puget Sound Picker. Shameless plug? You paid me, you get a plug. Car Soban. Most of Haley votes are coming from one county so far as interesting. AP also said they called it already because groups that were going to Trump in 2016 have doubled in percentage support this time around. Color me surprised. Nobody could have possibly guessed it. Go away. Binkley is local to Iowa. I didn't even know who he was until an ad popped up for him on Boomer Book. I had never heard of him before. Who the fuck? Spinnaker Blue 89 on Rumble. Trump may very well pick his reflection as VP. Best VP in the entire world, maybe even the entire universe. He's the #1 VP pick in the entire world. Kind of hungry, but I'm not going to eat on a live stream. I wish I had an MRE right now. That'd be fun. Put on the military helmet. I was actually considering what I was going to wear for the live stream. I went with the suit and the nipples, obviously. I thought about militaria or like gothiness or like wearing literally a lab coat, but the lab coat is kind of dirty right now. So I decided to go with this. It's just the way that it is. Mr. Bovine. As a mania, don't worry about Brunswick. The weather is trash here. Only hardcore want to live north of that. I do worry about Maine because, it's only a couple states away. I would rather Maine be prosperous. Unfortunately, it looks like it's going to go in the other direction. There are 13,000 people watching live, by the way, right now. As we go into the Iowa Republican Presidential Caucus, we have more results. Trump is still out ahead with almost 55. DeSantis has pulled into second place. He's now at 19.4 to Haley's 17.3. I'm really hoping that holds. Give me that margin. Trump wins. That's a foregone conclusion, and it's what I want. I really, really want Ron DeSantis to pile drive that slut. I'm just saying. I really want him to show up Nikki Haley. Ron DeSantis fans, please, just give me that little, just give it to me. Bacchus Beast, do you guys grill outdoors during the Vermont winter? You can, but who would want to? NRK, shameless plug for my YouTube channel. NRK. I have a feeling that's an ANCAP there between the name and the logo. Iggy the Incubus chunk of the Young Turk says the race is called due to exit polling and not the actual incoming votes. Not sure I believe him, though. I never did trust him. It's obviously based on exit polling, but if you get exit polling saying one candidate is 30 points ahead in line with polling, you're going to call the race for them because there's no possibility for anyone to make up that lost time. What I'm just hoping now is that Ron DeSantis does indeed come in second place. I don't necessarily like Ron DeSantis, although he's got his selling points. Again, Martha's Vineyard, War on Disney. There are things about him that are redeemable. But there's nothing redeemable about Nikki Haley. Literally nothing. I can't think of a single goddamn thing about Nikki Haley that I admire. Oh, you want to start wars on credit? Maybe World War III? That's wonderful. You think that 12-year-olds should do the transitioning thing and that should be left up to the parents and there should be no oversight at all? That's wonderful. You think that you shouldn't use the term illegal aliens? Well, that's a really conservative talking point, by the way. I'm sure that all of Nikki Haley's fans are very, very, very happy about that. Though I'm hoping that Ron DeSantis pile drives her. I want Donald Trump to win, and indeed he appears to have won. But I want Ron DeSantis to edge Nikki Haley out. If nothing else happens, and there's no surprises here. Everything is playing out exactly as I expected it to play out. I tried to tell people that. Like, this is effectively an incumbent election with Donald Trump standing above all of his opponents. It's basically, hey, who's going to fuck everyone else over for second place? By the way, again, please send no more super chats because at some point here, now that the race has been called by multiple outlets, I might as well go offline. I know we're running up on 2 hours, and I only have so much stamina at this time of night. I do the best that I bloody can, though. D-Rock, hey Sticks, I've been a listener since 2016. Can I give a shout out to a buddy in his channel, First Floor Audio? He plays his own songs on Thursdays, 80s and 90s covers on Saturdays, 6 p.m. Eastern Time. 80s covers? Fucking count me in. Do some Depeche Mode, some Culture Club. Alarian Horizon, Total DeSantoid Meltdown on X, it's glorious, LMFAO. Yes, I am going to enjoy the salty tears. I would say I would enjoy the tears of the Haley supporters, but I've only seen 2 of them. So, you know, I think that the AstroTurf is definitely real. DeSantis is whooping your ass at the moment. Branch Covidian 19. How do you think the 2012 election would have went if it was Obama v. Trump instead of Pierre Delecto? I think Trump would have lost, actually, in 2012. I think because social media and so forth, like the mean tweets thing, hadn't matured enough for it to be a thing. I think that his strength that he showed in 2016 would have been premature in 2012. I don't think it would have worked. Mike Stelzer, speaking of dirty lab coats, how about Nightmare Creatures 2? I have no clue what that is. Probably a video game. Zowie Fenderblast, my grandma and your grandma sitting by the fire. My grandma says to your grandma, I'm going to set your flag on fire. Talking about, hey now, I nay. I get the reference. By the way, Cyndi Lauper did that well. Samo, hey Sticks, can you give a shout out to my sci-fi book, Exodus 2065? It's about a giant ren demons that come out of the depths of the earth after a giant asteroid impact to devour humans. That plot sounds familiar, actually, for some reason. Sounds pretty good. DM me on Twitter. I'd like a copy. Fucking, I'll read it. Amasong, say hi to the Miss Bellows Falls Diner for me. Say hi, Miss Bellows Falls Diner. I've been in Bellows Falls before. Trenton Duncan, watching from Story County, Iowa. Unfortunately, Nikki's still leading here. Yeah, she's in third still, though, thankfully. Just very, very narrowly. Been watching since my high school days. Now a junior at Iowa State University. Good. Joe, you should make a coffee brand. Again, I'm begging people. I'm literally asking you not to send me money. Just take that as an indicator because I'm going to go offline in a little bit. You should make a coffee brand. Clank. Also, like your hat. Can I have it? What other shenanigans are the Dems going to get on to again this year? Legal persecution and much, much more. And no, you cannot have this particular hat, although you can get a MAGA hat from Trump's website. Not getting rid of this one. It was given to me by a clanker. Joe, Nasty Nikki is a nasty, disgusting, warmongering cunt. Say the rest of the C for me, Sticks. Love the live stream. I agree with you. She is a whore. Lev Polyakov, shameless plug for BreakTheRules.tv. Check out the last Sticks debate with I think it was the distributor, actually. And we'll have a Patreon discussion with Jason, Giorgiani, and Gnostic Informant on Plato versus Nietzsche. That sounds very interesting. Lev, by the way, one of my friends there, been on his show many times. By the way, these Ouroboroses, you can get those if you go to Break the Rules. You can figure out how to get them. Pedro707CA, Clanking Bigly in California. Joe, I haven't heard a new 80s song in a long time. I wonder why. Thankfully, there's plenty of them available. Lots and lots of 80s. Fucking love the 80s. I got a bunch of goddamn cologne from the 80s actually in the bedroom. Vintage cologne. I've got the fucking wall hangs here. What decade do you think that they're from? Oh, wait, you can actually see them on the shop. Sorry, I wasn't looking at the full shop. Dylan Sharding, shameless plug for Bishop Strickland and his conflict with the papacy. Interesting. Sigil Stone, hungry, eat hot chip. Lol. Yeah, no, it would definitely be a very interesting Iowa live stream if I ate one of those. I think I'll pass for now. Swamp Donkey, is Ron DeSantis edging Sticks under the table? No, it's Nikki Haley doing that. It's a big problem. I'm going to get an STD. The White Menace, good evening from the left coast, Sticks. U.S. Trump 2024. And one dot. If you get a sec, check out Jeremy McKenzie with The Raging Dissident if you want to get some meme-angry Canadian barbecue. Always fuck winter. Ooh. Goodness. Yeah, so let's see. 3% of votes counted. Donald Trump at 52.8%. Ron DeSantis is still edging it out in second place. And by God, Ron, although I don't want you to win, I do want you to take second place. Please crush Nikki Haley. Please, pat her little head and then punch her in the goddamn nose. That's what I'm hoping Ron DeSantis does. I've made that clear for the last few days. Nikki Haley is the real threat for New Hampshire. If she loses there, then the race is over. This presidential contest could effectively be over in a week. It looks like it's already almost over now. Trump is running around the aggregate roughly. Again, in these rural counties, you would expect disproportionate support for Ron DeSantis. What have we got from Des Moines? 1.9% counted. Trump, as expected, Haley's riding closer to Trump in Polk County. Everywhere else, though, Trump is, for some reason, running far ahead of DeSantis. But in some of them, you've only got a few votes counted, so you got to take that into consideration. With only 3% of votes counted, we've already got the race called. Donald Trump has won the state of Iowa, which is good. We're hoping that Ron DeSantis takes second. Because if Nikki Haley gets blunted there, her electability argument going into New Hampshire becomes nullified because Ron DeSantis came in second, not Nikki Haley. It's going to really hamper her. It's going to hamper anyone who's never Trump. Somebody might drop out after tonight. It should be Asa Hutchinson. What's he at? Actually, Asa Hutchinson, he's got 5 votes. Shit, I got 16 votes when I ran for governor of Vermont. Based on one YouTube video. I may do better than Asa Hutchinson does in a presidential contest. That would be very funny, by the way. Chuck Morris, take my money, book boy. Gladly. Black Metal Dead Man. Haley needs schlong just like Hillary, since Hillary is her political spirit animal. Lol. Yeah, somebody take one for the team and give her some oral sex or something like that so she calms down a little bit. Michael Varney, music. Shameless plug of my channel to see Guitar Learning Journey. Michael Varney, music. You've got a shameless plug there. Yeah, give me $5. I'll share it out. Don't worry. I'd like to learn some guitar. I never could get the hang of it, though. I always held it left-handed because it felt awkward to, do the right-handed guitar thing. I never could. It didn't work. Let's see. Dead Star. Sticks, please make a video on Mega Group. These are the folks that hired Epstein to build his honeypot. America needs to know their names and purpose. Wexner, Bronfen, Steinhardt, and Spielberg. Spielberg. Don't you tell me that Jaws dude was a pedophile? Yeah, Trump's still up by 53. I'm going to go off briefly again, and I'll come back in a few minutes. Just taking a quick break. We're going up on 2 hours now, and then probably in about a half an hour, I will finish out, because at some point, I'm just going to collapse on the bed and go to sleep. I'm having a good time so far. Jesus Christ, again, over 12,000 people at peak. Some crazy shit. But I will be right back. Let me mute this and stop the cam. All right, everyone, I am back. And more super chats. Again, please stop giving me money. Jesus Christ. Let's see. More results. 3% of votes counted. Donald Trump out in front with 52.8%. Ron DeSantis in second place with 21.4%. Nikki Haley in third with 17.7%. And Vivek Ramaswamy with 7.2%. Everyone else literally doesn't matter. Somehow Asa Hutchinson, who is actually registered fully as a candidate, is coming in behind Ryan Binkley, who I have never heard of in my life. And he's actually considerably ahead of Asa Hutchinson. And a few people voted for Chris Christie. There's also an other category. There may have been somebody who voted for me, which would be hilarious. I was thinking if Donald Trump doesn't get nomination, I'd do a write-in campaign anyway, because it'd be hilarious. Let's see. MG, DeSantis in second makes him even more irrelevant. Those are 100% Trump votes in the general. Yeah, despite all the bravado, I think that the average DeSantis fan will fall in behind Trump in the general. I know that Max Nordau and a few other people will say, well, I'll never vote for Trump. I think that they will. I think that they will. Kuko Chad, what's your favorite Mega Man game? Mine is 6 or 4. I liked Mega Man X for the Super Nintendo back in the day. That was great. Many happy hours spent playing that game. Not that that has anything to do with the current primary. Blue Raja, shout out to my fellows in the Crackhead Army. Looking forward to your next live show with Sleazy P. Martini. With the forces of the Holy Trinity, crack, clank, and salt, we will be victorious. I think we will be victorious. Based on what I'm seeing here, it doesn't look like Trump's going to have any difficulty sweeping aside the opposition and is ahead pretty much everywhere, I think. In Story County, Nikki Haley is ahead. But for some reason, there's no count for Trump. So I'm not exactly sure what's happening there. Anyway, yeah. We'll go offline in about 10 minutes, I think, because the race has been called for Trump. He's clearly won the state of Iowa. At this point, there are only two questions. Number one, by what margin has Trump won? If he remains about where he is now, it's in line with polling, which would be really good for him. I expected him to come in under polling. Number two, who comes in second? If it's Ron DeSantis, the race is effectively over. It will blunt Nikki Haley in New Hampshire. It will take the electability thing off the table and really screw with her ground game. If Nikki Haley comes in second place, you will see a battle probably through South Carolina, in which Trump will humiliate her, and then the race is over. So it's basically a matter of a few short weeks when the race is ended. Donald Trump is inevitably the GOP nominee. There is no other possibility in my mind. I think that he will be nominated. I think that he will probably go on to win the general election, Grover Cleveland style. And Ron DeSantis fans may be salty, but at the very least, their candidate has some perks to him. At the very least, he's not a complete moron like Nikki Haley. So we'll give credit where credit is due. Your candidate is better than Nikki. Nikki Haley wants to start World War III. At the very least, Ron DeSantis is not necessarily on board with the concept. So I will give you credit. I will give you that particular boon. But it will be Donald Trump. He has won the state of Iowa. Yeah, and now the gap is different. 51.1 for Donald Trump, 21.6 for Ron DeSantis, and 19.3 for Nikki Haley. I would like to see that general cohort remain. As long as Nikki Haley comes in third, every prediction will be fulfilled, and I will be a very happy camper come the morning. Donald Trump winning is, of course, the icing on the cake at that point, because we knew that he was going to win. It didn't take a lot of guesswork to understand that. With a 30-point gap, it's kind of insurmountable. It looks like he might come in about at polling, though, which would actually be above my expectations. If that's the case, then, God, this election is going to be more predictable than 2016. King of Biltong, can you shout us out? Eat at Anton's YouTube and King of Biltong on I think you mean Rumble. We will be posting dishes easy to make at home weekly. DM me on Twitter and get me a link to wherever you're putting your food stuff, because I would be interested in watching that myself, actually. Those meat pies, by the way, delicious. Like, completely delicious. Curvycom, first time seeing you live. Found you years ago from Gab. Your new tech strategy worked for me. Yeah, new tech is great. You got to branch out. I've got a bunch of DMs on Twitter. Let me go through these and see if there's anything interesting. Alamandorius sending the Vox video. How Michigan Explains American Politics. I'll be taking a look at that tomorrow. Let's see. Oh, that's a business deal. Sorry about that. CB16, Trump 28, DeSantis 2, Vivek 1, CB17, This is from Z Effective. Trump 23, DeSantis 7, Haley 11, Vivek 7. I mean, Vivek 5. That's from Council Bluffs, I believe. Oh, got a lot of hiccuping going on. Jesus Christ. Yeah, apparently Bill Mitchell there is having a meltdown, but I can't see it directly because he's got me blocked. I've got multiple people sending me the Bill Mitchell links there. More Bill Mitchell copium. Ha ha ha. Trump is about to drop below 50%. Utter humiliation. Hey, half of Iowa doesn't want loser Trump. That's embarrassing. Bill, he's still at 51.3. DeSantis just exploded back into second place. Bill Mitchell is a big DeSimp, by the way. Sometimes I wonder if he's being self-deprecating and just pretending. Follow the Mad Cartoon for more. Oh, I can't read that out on a live stream. I would definitely get banned for saying that. Dave Rubin blocked Horizon because he told him to cope and seethe. I'm McLovin' it. This is a great night. Charles. Byron York reporting. At Iowa caucus location, ballot is blank, 2x4 slip of paper. You write candidate's name, put it in basket, and they count them in front of everybody. No electronic machines, no mail-in, no early voting, no nothing, just write and count, which is basically how it should be for every race, by the way. Nice. I've got message requests as well. Oh, shit. I've got like a dozen of those, too. I'm doing my best to keep up with everything while also watching these results. 2% of votes counted. It's about the same. Please, Ron, stay ahead of Nikki Haley. Just a sec. And then I'll probably go offline because the race has been, called and everything. So, breaking. Fulton County District Attorney Fannie Willis paid her alleged romantic partner, Nathan Wade, a higher hourly rate on the case against President Trump than the top RICO expert in the state, according to newly obtained documents. Oh, that'll be newsworthy for tomorrow. Thank you, thank you, microwavable hot dog. I mean, actually, Johnny Boy, actually. For some reason, Twitter's having a real one with regards to notifying you. Oh, goodness. Where's me tab gone? I'm not sure where my tab went. Ooh. Present. Oh, there we go. Okay. We're back. I wonder why that was saying that it was being shared. It wasn't, but okay. Let's see. DeSantis presented with participation trophy in Iowa. We're proud of you for trying. I saw that the other day. We've got another business thingamabobber there. Just a short about how good Korean military rations are. By the way, I think I tried one before. It was pretty good. Results at Iowa caucus. Bidens have no plans to vacate their power. Dems are infighting. Absolutely. I've got some AI imaging. And some more AI stuff. I get a lot of that lately. Stop using it. Let's see. Joe, I love cooking. Would you ever try Virga? I have no clue what that is. Do you mean vegetarianism? I like vegetarian foods. Half the foods I cook are vegetarian. It's just, bacon exists. Let's see. Pumpkin Fire Crafts. Those who refuse to read have no advantage over the illiterate. Get your Sticks books and some bookmarks to go with them. Yes, Pumpkin Fire Crafts, of course. Link in the description. Anyways, I think I'm going to go offline now because the race has been called for Trump. At this point, it's basically I want to go to bed and wake up and see who took second. I, again, suspected that it would be Ron DeSantis. He is narrowly ahead, but there's only 3% of the votes counted, so we'll see how that works. My thought is that in the rural counties, I think that DeSantis has disproportionate support. Nikki Haley has disproportionate support in maybe the urban areas, so Des Moines or Sioux City. We're going to see exactly which one of them takes second, but Donald Trump has won the state of Iowa. It's about the margin. Is it above or below 50? That matters. If it's above 50, the race is fundamentally over. If it's below 50, at the very least, unless Ron DeSantis crushes Nikki Haley, you go into New Hampshire. And then the second place race, really. So, yeah, it's been a good night. I'm very, very much happy. I'm happy with these results. They are exactly as expected so far. If Ron DeSantis does edge Nikki Haley out, then that will be 2 predictions fulfilled. I would love Vivek Ramaswamy to come in third and Nikki Haley to be fourth, but that's not going to happen, quite clearly. His astroturfing has failed, although it would be helpful against Nikki Haley. So MAGA, yeah, I'm going to be voting for Donald Trump in the election in 2024. I've made that clear. We get a couple more super chats. Again, please do not send me any more money. I'm literally telling you to save your Benjamins. David Brian Ford. I heard a theory that they could assassinate Biden and use it for an excuse for why Trump is assassinated. Unlikely. The Commander 248. I love how they have to forecast for second place because everyone knows they have a 0% chance of beating Trump. Yeah, I mean, there were still people that were pretending that Nikki Haley, Ron DeSantis, or even Vivek Ramaswamy were going to win in Iowa today. And I told them all that was unrealistic. All you had to do was understand basic statistics. And they told me that I was wrong. It turns out that I was right in the end, I suppose. But yeah, at this point, it's a battle for second place. And that'll be the news of the day. The legacy media, you know, if Trump, especially if he comes in above 50, they're not even going to report on that. They're going to report on the second place finisher. Well, Ron DeSantis destroyed Nikki Haley. Well, Nikki Haley destroyed Ron DeSantis. There's something like that. That's what they're going to talk about. You already know it. The writing is already on the wall. I thank you to the over 12,000 people that tuned in live, and probably hundreds of thousands total over the course of this live stream for the last 2.5 almost hours. I will be going live, of course, for the New Hampshire primaries as well. And then it's on to Timcast, Nevada, South Carolina, and of course, Super Tuesday. We'll be having a lot more fun in the near future. So I thank you very much for tuning in. But again, it's basically formulaic. The writing is on the wall. Donald Trump has clearly won. It's been called by AP. It's been called by CNN, and it must have pained them to call it for Donald Trump. They were hoping beyond hope that Nikki Haley was going to somehow edge it out in the state. They looked at the exit polls and said, oh, no, the polling results that we had before, 30-point gap, yeah, looks pretty accurate. In fact, the actual numbers that I see here are within a couple of points of the polling points that they had in the last round of polls. That shows that the polling is actually accurate, at least for the state of Iowa. We don't know if that'll extrapolate to any other particular state. We'll wait and see. If that is, though, indeed the case, Donald Trump is going to run the field. He's going to win every state, and we're going to see a surreal moment at which a fucking vegetable is running against a person who's under house arrest with an ankle monitor. Ain't that great? Yeah. Republic, if you can keep it. That's about all. Peace out.